Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can send your rows of data from Excel to populate different fields in SAP, and how you can send information from SAP back into Excel for recording purposes. For this video, I will be using the vendor creation process as an example. Let us get started. Here are the 20 businesses in a spreadsheet that I want to set up as vendors in SAP, complete with all their details. Doing this manually for each one could be time consuming, but we can automate and streamline the process by using SAP GUI Scripting. Now, I know that SAP allows for batch creation of vendors using tools like BDC or LSMW. I'm going to demonstrate an alternative method for those who do not have access to these tools, which is usually the case for end users. This approach will also provide insights into automating various other processes in your workflow as an end user. First, we will need to record the steps to create a vendor in SAP. We can do the recording with SAP built-in Script Recorder. Click on the gear icon and select Script Recording and Playback. If this is grayed out, your company have probably disabled scripting for end users. If you need to understand more about setting up SAP for scripting, check out my previous videos on this where I cover this in further details. Click on the record button and start recording the process. In this example, I will use the T-code XK01 to create a vendor. On the vendor creation page, I will fill in the different fields based on the provided information in a spreadsheet. After filling everything in, click on Save. Once you get the business partner number and a success message, the vendor creation process is complete. Once we are done, stop the recording. Navigate to the script output directory. Open the recorded script with a notepad. All these lines you see here are all the steps we took to create a vendor in scripting language. Now, we just need to copy over the entire script into Excel. In Excel, navigate to the Developer tab and click on Visual Basic. If you can't see the Developer tab, make sure you have enabled it in Options. Once you are in the VBA editor, create a module within your Excel workbook. Here, create a sub and paste the recorded script within the sub. Then at the very top, declare all the variables that are being used in the recorded script. Next, declare all the variables for the fields we need. Always use clear names for variables to keep the script easy to understand. Since we are pulling information from Excel spreadsheet, declare the worksheet, last row variable, and a counter I for looping. There are two columns at the back that I want to fill in using information from SAP. Declare variables for the two fields as well. It is now time to write our script. First, I will need to read the information from the spreadsheet. We will start by defining which worksheet that we are going to read from. Then, we will assign the last row variable with a formula. To check if my formula is working as expected, put the last row variable into the watch window and try to run the script up to the point where we assign the variable. As you can see, the last row variable now has a value of 21, which corresponds to the last row of data that we have in the spreadsheet. Then, create a loop to loop through the recorded script using I equals to 2 until the last row of the table. We start with I equals to 2 because our first table row contains the column headers. At the end of the loop, next I. This means that the script will run multiple times, with the first run at 2, second run at 3, until the last run depending on how many rows there are in the table. At the beginning of each loop, we need to read the values in each of the columns. We can do that using the value property. Cells 2-1 over here means that we are reading the values from the second row and first column. Keep doing this for all the fields, changing the column number as needed so that all variables are being assigned correctly. Now, to see if the script is working as expected, let me bring in some variables into the watch window and observe the value. As we execute the line of code, we can see that the variables are capturing the values that we expect, which means our script is running correctly. Before continuing the next step, let me remove the line to maximize SAP window as we do not really need it. With all the variables ready, replace the values in the SAP script with our variables. For fields which uses tick boxes like the VIP field in our example, we cannot substitute the value directly as they are not of the same value. Instead, I will use a conditional statement that ticks the VIP box only if the value of VIP in our Excel spreadsheet is Y. Now, I want to capture the new business partner number and the status bar text from SAP after the vendor has been created. To capture the text in the status bar of SAP interface, we will use the element S-bar. If I just quickly load the SAP session and load the S-bar text code in the watch list, you can see that it is showing what is being displayed in the SAP status bar. Then we can update the 11th column of our spreadsheet with the captured text from the status bar. To get the value that is recorded in the business partner field, we can use the script recording and playback tool in SAP. I will start the recording of another new script and double click on the field. If I check the script that has been recorded, I will be able to identify the element ID representing the field. To see what is the property that I can use to capture the text within the field, all I need to do is to create a watch using that element and look for the corresponding properties within the element. In this case, it is displayed text. Now we just need to assign the property to a variable and use it to update the corresponding column in our spreadsheet. And that completes our script. I will now insert a button and assign it to our sub-procedure. Click on the button and let us see our script do its magic. And there you have it. We have just navigated through the ins and outs of automating the vendor creation process in SAP. I hope this video has not only enlightened you, but also gives you a light bulb moment on how you can implement this in different areas of your work. It is not just about completing the task faster and improving our productivity. It is also transforming the way we work, bringing efficiency and accuracy to a whole new level. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Your support means the world and it will keep this channel growing. Until next time, keep automating and keep innovating. I'm Joel, signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.